Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, see that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, it can in fact be mounted to a standard Picatinny rail on an AR-15, as all awesome accessories can be. Again, go to toppingtechnologies.com and click that flamethrower button to learn more. Lastly, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going to the business part of the podcast, you have Rivian Q3 results are in, and they are lackluster, disappointing to say the least. Now, this is, again, not financial advice, and, well, Lord knows if I had a crystal ball, I'd be a millionaire by now. But finance, it is the stock market. Hindsight's always 20/20. And things aren't great over at Rivian. Now, again, let's zoom out a little bit and look at their stock. It's not good. Now, just looking at their stock ticker here, past 5 years, it's, wow, ouch. Down 91.91%, which, yep. One of the few times where the FOMO isn't real, or the fear of missing out is perhaps not in effect. Because, yeah, if you bought in the IPO, probably sorely disappointed. They're currently trading for $10.93 per share. So about the price of one Starbucks coffee. You can actually buy 1 share of Rivian. Not that I recommend it. Well, either really. I'm pretty frugal. I wouldn't recommend buying either of them, but I partially digress. Looks like the market cap, if you actually look at their little stock ticker here. This is just looking this up on Brave, the awesome browser. Not a sponsor, just a fan. Like the volume is about 26.8 million shares outstanding. Not the 52-week low. I'll give them that. The 52-week low is $9.84 per share. No, it's $8.26 per share. Ouch. Not looking great. Now, that's a 5-year trend. Going to the 1 year, down about, 40.88%. Year to date, did they go up? No. Down 52.37%. Past month, and down 4%. Quite a sporadic stock ticker over there. And dipped again after about 3-5% after the results. Now, go ahead and pull that 5-year trend as a very disappointing looking stock graph. Now, this comes to us thanks to the OG search engine Yahoo Finance. They say, quote, Rivian stock drops as full year loss projection widens, but modest gross profit still expected in Q4. Maybe. There's a lot of people, a lot of speculation around Trump these days. He just got elected, and a lot of people are saying, hey, his policies worked pretty well last time. Well, we have a booming economy. Maybe you do buy this luxury item no one really needs. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe Trump gets rid of the $7,500 tax thing, or tax incentive mechanism, so people no longer buy EVs. A lot of uncertainty as well in that regard. Now, this is coming to us thanks to Prost, who's right over there. A little disappointing they have a cool... Why do they not have a... There's one picture of their vehicle, which looks interesting, I suppose. Now, they say, quote, Rivian reported third quarter revenue that missed the mark and a wider than expected earnings loss per share as a pure play adventure electric vehicle manufacturer was burdened by supplier parts issue. Which, yeah, it's not looking good. For the quarter, Rivian reported revenue of $874 million, which sounds good until you realize that was versus the $980 million expected per Bloomberg consensus, a drop from the $1.34 billion it generated a year ago prior, which, yeah, that's not good. The company reported an adjusted loss per share of 99 cents versus the expected loss of 92 cents per share, and an adjusted EBITDA, or earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, loss of $757 million compared to the expected loss of $657.5 million. It looks like this stock didn't crash. Well, it has been doing great, but it's dropped around 2.5% after the news of this. They know that last month, Rivian is said to be, quote, experienced a production disruption due to a shortage of shared components on the R1 and RCV, the Rivian commercial van, which, of all the acronyms, that one at least does make sense. I'm not sure about the whole BMW of theirs, but the RCV being the Rivian commercial van, I'll give them credit for that. That'll stick. The company said the supply shortage impacted in Q3 of this year has become, quote, more acute in recent weeks and continues. As a result of the disruption, Rivian disclosed today that it was revising its full-year adjusted EBITDA guidance to a loss of, $2.82 billion to $2.87 billion, larger than the $2.7 billion loss it previously forecasted, which, again, that's what Wall Street loves the most. They want accurate forecasting. and missing the mark. And in this case, reporting, or you're saying it's going to be worse than you expected. In that regard, that's even worse. They noted that Rivian maintained its annual production guidance of between 47,000 and 49,000 vehicles, down from the 57,000 it previously expected. The company did reaffirm its annual delivery outlook of low single-digit growth compared to a year ago, which it expects to be in the range of 50,500 to 52,000 vehicles. There's actually a slightly better picture of the vehicle there, which, again, not my preference. Obviously, everything I own will always have 3 pedals, also known as manual transmission. But if you're in EVs, I could see the appeal of it looking kind of interesting. Now, CEO RJ says, quote, "This quarter, we have made progress against our key objectives and have seen meaningful progress at our Gen 2 R1 cost structure due to new technologies incorporated into the vehicle and manufacturing process. We are expected and excited about the future, about our midsize SUV R2, which we believe will be a fundamental driver of Rivian's growth," which, again, SUVs are the most important things automotive manufacturers create because that's where a lot of the profit comes from, a lot of the customer demand is. Like Porsche sells more SUVs than anything, which I find viscerally disgusting, especially because you can't get a Porsche SUV with a stick shift anymore. You used to, which was pretty cool, but yep, it's the reason why even Lamborghini, which granted it's just Volkswagen owns them too, and Ferrari, they're all making SUVs. It's a big demand, I understand. So that may very well be, I actually would not be surprised if they sold more SUV Rivians than the actual truck. Now they say, quote, "In terms of cash cushion, Rivian said it ended the second quarter with 7.85 billion in cash and equivalents," which, well, that's also because Volkswagen invested, I believe, last year is a 1 billion, and then now this year is a 5 billion investment into the company. So that's where that cash is coming from as well. It's like a major component. Granted, yes, some of that technology will be put into Volkswagen vehicles, or vehicles in their Volkswagen portfolio as well. Well, it'll be interesting to see how things go from here. But yeah, not great news for Rivian. And again, to me, it's still 110% a luxury product nobody needs. The fancy gadget. And again, to me, will this last a quarter century? Hell no. A Honda Civic Si, it will if you maintain it properly. Or shoot, any Honda with a gas engine or Toyota with a gas engine, they will. But that's why, and again, a lot of these companies are smart. They are starting to put 10-year warranty on the batteries, partially because they know at year 11 they're going to be crap. But yeah, to me, that's still the Achilles heel for now. Granted, technology changes, and shoot, by tomorrow there very well may be a new battery technology that's magically reliable. I don't suspect so, but let me know in the comments. Are you surprised by this decrease in sales with Rivian? Do you think with the new economy, new administration, could that be advantageous for electric vehicles in 2025? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down in a comment. It's a great way to give me some feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.